And so we have to be fearless, like I was saying. You see, life and death, they're the same thing. Divinity, that's only an illusion by almost all organisms, as I can tell. But when we are fearless, we become God. But we cannot be deterred. This should not be blown off. You must be fearless. You must be fearless. You must not fear. You see, we'll all die anyway. Everything before us has died, everything after us has died. This is not any propaganda, this is truth. Because we live and we die. It is the same thing. Life and death are the same thing. It's just that we do not currently in our society have a word for it. You know. So we define it separately as life and death, but it's the same thing. And in real civilizations, they have a word that does not separate life and death. It is one. It is the same. I don't want to use one. That's kind of a Zionist term. I will say they are the same. Because things can agree to disagree. Life and death are the same. Anyway, this isn't going to be a long video. I just wanted to say this before me and this now. That I was watching a video about an ex-Illuminati member, a leader of the World Bank, the IMF, and he has since repented himself and is now sharing his information with others, even though he'll probably be assassinated soon. He claims that he has not been assassinated yet because of the things that are going to happen in this world anyway, regardless of what we can do about it. That is what he claims. I don't believe that. Well, I believe the part about what they say, but I don't believe that we cannot do anything. Everything can do something, yeah? So, when the first Nazi regime came to power, if the people had risen up in the first place, instead of hid and ran away, like they did, they hid and ran away. That is, no. You must be God. You must have no fear. For life and death come anyway. You have no possession over those things. They are inevitable. You die, and you are brought to life without any memory. Again, that is the circle of life. A life that physicists will tell you that nothing can be destroyed or created. Only things can be moved around and rearranged. And so, once you understand this, you have the opportunity to be fearless, to fear nothing, to not fear anything, to be fearless, to not fear, to be God, to be undeterred. And we cannot let this Nazi regime destroy all of the last remaining real human beings on this earth that still live without currency, that still live without this promotion of greed that we call money, that we devour over, that we kill over. But it's not even real, it's an illusion. If you go to the places where the government doesn't want you to go because they're currently raping these people and killing these people, like in Afghanistan and in the Amazon rainforest where they're destroying them and covering it up. How are they covering the killings up? By saying that that they are just making paper. Oh, you're killing trees, but you don't say that you're also killing people. And you say that these people in the Amazon are trying to kill the people, the lumberjacks. No, they're protecting their land because they are real human beings and they understand life. They understand that they are the last hope for humanity. And I cannot say that we are real human beings. We don't feed ourselves. We depend on some corporation or some institution when really the corporations and the government are the same thing. Cannot you see? They bail each other out and they protect each other. They are the same thing. And we must rise up like human beings and not fear. If if a human being feared the world, he would not be. Well, I won't get into that, but we must be real human beings. We cannot run away. That only allows the governments of the world, the countries, which a country used to never exist. A country, the Great Wall of China was was one of the first countries because it created a line, a border, it created a prison. A prison is a country, you see. The Great Wall of China was the first this border that imprisoned everyone on the east of Asia and separated them from the west of Asia. A country is not to keep people out. A country is to keep people in. Cannot you see? Tell me if you are free without any arguments to leave your country whenever you want. No, you are not free. You have to get a passport, and the passport has to be approved by the government, and they will not even tell you why they approve it. And when they do not approve it, like so many people are rejected a passport even to leave the country. We're not even talking about getting into a country. To leave a country, people are rejected every day, but it never gets on the news. Because once they're rejected, they're rejected. And the news is supported by Illuminati. If you go on YouTube, these are real people that share. They share. It's not a capitalism thing. It's not a pyramid. It's about sharing. Compromise. When everyone in the interaction agrees or agrees to disagree, that is compromise. Compromise, you know. When you try to enforce your will upon another, that is rape. You must keep these things in your mind. You must never forget. You must be like an owl and correct yourself in flight. When the owl takes flight, he corrects himself every time that he realizes that he can. Because it is vital. When he has prey in his sights, he cannot be ignorant and ignore his faults. He must correct himself every time that he realizes he can in order to acquire its prey. Because it takes flight in the dead of night, in the haze and the darkness. But it is fearless. It does not fear anything. It has no fear. It is fearless. It is God. And so we must observe everything, but as the owl, we must take action now. We can correct ourselves whenever we realize that we can. Whenever we realize that we have made mistakes, we should correct ourselves. The thing is, we cannot wait. The owl does not sit and wait and think about all the things that can go wrong. No, he goes out and gets his food. He gets the rat. Actually, owls can even eat bald eagles or red hawks for all you patriotic people. And they eat them. Now you think about how hard it is to kill something your own size that seemingly can kill you just as well. Because you're fearless, and that is what all humans have to be in order to survive this imprisonment by Katsuki and Madara, the leader of evil, the propagator of money, which is a promotion of greed, you see. And so I will end in this. I will say that we must all not run. We must take away all of their powers by force. We cannot wait to vote. We must go to the capital and take it away from the hands of a few. We must go to the military camps and barracks all over our country. Our country. Don't leave. No, you must take over your own country. You must take it in order to erase the barriers. You must take it. And all over the world, we have to do this at the same time in order to defeat what moves around and slithers like a snake from country to country, from every institution that it makes just to imprison the people inside of it, so that the people cannot move, but the evil corporations and governments can fly on their private jets whenever they feel in danger, whenever they want to run away. No, we must take it from every country so that they have no place to run, and they cannot use their military might. They cannot bomb another country because they have nowhere to press the nuclear button from. Where can they press the button if all of the countries rise up, all of the people of the countries rise up and take away their fingers from the nuclear button? Then they cannot press a single button. And so all the people of the world need to recognize this and do as true humans do and act, and not sit around and wait and just ignore it, or give in to the greed of their own because they were brought up into a world of greed. No, you must not be slaves. You must break away from these chains. You must realize that you're humans, and to survive in this world you do not need handouts from anybody. You must learn that in the past humans grew their own food. They captured their own meats and their prey. We must not wait for handouts, for this government manufactured boxed bullshit. We must end it now. And that's all that she wrote.